Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of my Let's Discuss series where today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite companies out there, Apple. I'll kind of be talking about my thoughts on their stock as well as my likes and dislikes about the company and where they're headed. Before we get into it, I kind of just want you to check out my latest episode of the M1 Journey if you haven't already. And if you like my content, as always, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I think next week, I have not quite decided what I'm going to talk about for next week's Let's Discuss video. It'll be an investing topic, but I really haven't chosen one yet. So if any of you guys have anything you want me to talk about or are interested in, please let me know. Please drop it down in the comments. I'll be sure to check that out. Let's get ready to discuss Apple. Okay, guys, Apple really needs no real introduction. I mean, everyone knows their company pretty well, I would say, what they do, what their products are. Apple, with their ticker symbol AAPL, is currently trading at $119.21. Apple, by market capitalization, is the largest company in the world, valued at right at $2 trillion, outpacing some of their competitors such as Microsoft and Amazon. Apple is a very, very good company, been around for a long time. Their stock is kind of unique in the fact that it offers some limited dividend potential, but a really, really massive amount of growth potential, both in the past and currently. So their dividend yield is pretty small. It's just 0.69%, and that comes out to 82 cents per share annually. So if you're just an income investor or a dividend investor, you might be better served looking elsewhere, or maybe it's not your favorite stock. But if you're open to kind of having a mix of dividends as well as really good growth, then Apple is probably one of the best options I could give you. So just over the last 10 years alone, Apple's share price has increased over 950%, which is really, really amazing growth and really, really steady. And even if you just jumped in a year ago, you've seen your shares probably jump over 50%, which in a year's time is, again, really, really good growth. That's more than 5 times the average of the S&P 500 over the last 50 or 60 years, which averages about 10%. That's kind of an average, because obviously there's big gains and big losses depending on the year. For if you're looking just at the dividend, there still is some encouragement there. They only have a payout ratio of 21%. So that leaves a lot of opportunity to grow the dividend in the future, and to a large extent have been doing that for several years now. They've been growing at nearly 10% annually for 5 or 6 years, I want to say. So that is good to see. I'll kind of get into my positives and negatives about Apple and their stock. I'll start with the positives, which are numerous, but I'll stick to just, I think, 2. First of all, Apple and their brand is extremely valuable, extremely recognizable around the globe. Many people, such as myself, have an iPhone, have a MacBook, have an iPad, use their services. You can't hardly find a household, especially in the US, that doesn't. And that's really, really good to have for a company such as Apple. And then the other thing would be that they are very well equipped and prepared for any situation that may arise, both in the business and in the economy. I saw a CNBC report from the end of quarter 3, which reported that Apple had nearly $194 billion in cash on hand, which is an extreme number, and that's not taking in the whole picture because that doesn't consider some of their debt holdings, but still, to have anywhere near that amount of money cash on hand is a huge plus for any business. So if some unexpected costs arise or there's a downturn in the business, that they will be well prepared to handle it. And then also, if there's a business opportunity that comes along, they'll jump on that as well. So those are probably my biggest pluses for Apple. And then really the only drawback I can think of is, in recent years there's been a little bit of a slowdown in their innovation and new additions to their products. And this isn't really a new knock or an original idea from me. I mean, I've seen several people say it, and I kind of agree that Apple's not quite the innovative leader they once were, even 5, 6, 7 years ago. But that's to be expected. Tech comes and goes depending on the year, but I think Apple would kind of get back to it. And then the other thing is, I think you've seen a little bit of an oversaturation in their phone market. People are not buying new iPhones as frequently as they were just again a few years ago. And that could be due to a couple of reasons, but I would think the number one would be a weight on the 5G technology being more widespread, and that's starting to happen. So really, as soon as next 2 to 3 years, I think you might see a pickup in new iPhone sales, people replacing old ones to get new 5G technology, so that could be a real boost for them down the road. So as I kind of said, Apple as of right now trades at a little over $119 per share. I still think that's a very fair price for where Apple stands as a company and where they're headed. I would go as far as say that their fair value estimate in my eyes is $125 per share. So that's about $6 off of where they currently trade at. I could see, due to some volatility still, I think, in the market and where the world is with the pandemic, could be staring down another steep sell-off in the future. I mean, I'm no expert, I'm no financial advisor, but I wouldn't be shocked to see it. So I would definitely say if Apple stock drops below $110 per share, there's a ton of value left there, and that would be a definite buying opportunity. If things were to say get really bad and we see a 20-25% sell-off where Apple drops even below $100, that is just a screaming buy in my eyes. That is a steal at that price. I mean, again, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do with your money, and I never will. I mean, always do your own research and everything, but in my eyes, I would see that as a prime buying opportunity. And I don't know that that'll happen. That's just something I've been on the lookout for in case it does. But yeah, I would say anything below $125 for Apple is got value left. But yeah, I think the long-term outlook for Apple is very strong. I think for dividend investors and growth investors alike, I think it is a definite buy, and something to look for in really any market conditions. So once again, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. I, again, am not a financial advisor, I'm not a stock advisor, I'm just 20 years old trying to figure it out myself. So please do your own research, as I said previously. Make your own decisions with your money. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do next week for my Let's Discuss video. It'll be another investing topic, so if you guys have any thoughts about that, please comment that. And then for the week after, when I talk about another stock again, if you have one you want me to look at, want me to talk about, comment that as well. So always looking for ideas from you guys, because I mean, it is your content, so I want to kind of cater it to my viewing audience. So but yeah, as always, please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it. If you disagree with me on any of my thoughts, please share those as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.